exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to Tobago Updates Youth Wednesdays. It is Wednesday, it is the middle of the week, and I know you need that youthful vibe and that vigor to get you the rest of your week, and I am here to give that to you. My name is Natalia Nancis, and I am joined with
Joshel Dan.
Good morning, Joshel. How are you this morning?
I am well.
Right. And how has your week been thus far?
It has been so amazing. I'm really tired this morning, but you know what? It's going good. Everything is going in my favor, and you have to give God thanks for life.
Always, always. Yes, we do. But before we go on this morning, of course, we have our news in 90 seconds. So over to you, Miss Dan.
Thank you, Natalia. Lennox Eastman, 19, succumbed to his injuries at the Scarborough General Hospital yesterday after he was hospitalized after being shot in Lambo, Tobago, just over a week ago. Eastman, a resident of Silcotton Trace, Bonaccord, was discovered with a gunshot wound to his chest at Bronx Lane in the early hours of August 15th. His death marks Tobago's 21st murder for 2024. Police investigations are ongoing. The MP Emprendedora, a Venezuelan registered landing craft with a capacity about 1/10 of the Capustar, arrived in Trinidad and Tobago yesterday to assist with the cargo transport between the islands, while the Capustar undergoes repairs after a fire on August 20th. The Emprendedora will begin operating on August 28th at 2 p.m. In addition, the TT Inter-Island Transportation Co. Limited added extra sailings between August 27th and the 30th to accommodate cargo needs during the Capustar's absence, with repairs expected to be completed by August 30th. The MV Emprendedora previously used in September of last year when the Capustar experienced another fire. Secretary in the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Joel Sampson, speaking at the closing ceremony of the YES program last evening, emphasized the immense potential of youths and the need to embrace new ideas and practices to harness this potential for positive change. Sampson highlighted including the youth and the initiative activities for young people in Tobago. He expressed gratitude to participants and stakeholders, noting that programs like YES are vital investments in the island's future, preparing youths to lead and innovate despite socio-economic challenges. Sampson concluded with a call to continue investing in youths as they are architects for Tobago's future, and a reminder that skills and experiences gained through such programs are just the beginning. That was your 90 seconds.
For that news in 90 seconds. Now we want to go straight into our birthdays this morning. We have one birthday this morning here on Tobago Updates, and that is Mr. Eustace Forbes. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Eustace, and I really do hope that you do enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it is filled with blessings and love from your family members and friends. Happy birthday to you. And of course, to everyone else celebrating a birthday this morning who we may not have been able to mention, happy birthday to you, and I do hope you enjoy it all. So, Joshel, what is happening in this space today?
Well, yesterday I was walking around Port Mall and I saw a lot of young people in their school uniforms, which tells me that orientation is currently happening. I know that Bishops is having their ideas. So I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate our first four. And
yes, remember that feeling you had in first form? You had to go to the first time you're wearing the uniform. I mean, a reach.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
You remember that time?
Of course, first uniform I ever wore was so oversized. I was drowning in it. I was so small. I'm still small even today, but ooh, it was such an experience. I was lost in the crowd. You know, sometimes it could be a little overwhelming. Person like myself getting used to seeing new people, but I assure you that the first form experience will be one that you would remember.
Yes. Yes, I love that motivation that you have just given to them because, I mean, aside from the excitement that they may be feeling anxiety as well because going into a new school, some people will have to make new friends. I mean, there are some people who would come in with the friends from primary school and whatever may be the case. You know, just good luck to all of you, well, and God's blessings throughout your entire high school time. I hope that you enjoy it, make the best of it, because trust me, this adult world, it can be a lot. So enjoy your youth as it lasts. All right. So before we go, I just want to give you all the rundown for this morning. We have a lot in store for you. Now, yes, we had the C exams and we have our stars that came out of the C exam, but did you know one of them actually sat the CXC as well? We'll be hearing from Miss Rachel-Liz Utley, student of the North Regional SDA Primary School. She'll be taking us through her process of passing English in a 1. All right. Then we'll have Mr. Lyndon Skeete, Tobago farmer, talking to us about the Bull Sharks. Tobago Bulls winning 50K. And last but not least, Mr. Dwayne Edwards, a promoter. He'll be speaking to us about Tequila Sunset with Caribbean vibes. And that will be your show for this morning. Before I go, I just want to ask you to share the live. We'll be right back.
How it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time.
This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Go in. You have to stop it. You have to stop it.
Welcome to my kitchen, guys.
You have to stop it again.
That's it. That's the intro. Let's do it one more time, right?
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
And we are back here on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. Today we continue on with our interviews this morning, and firstly we have Miss Rachel-Liz Utley joining us. I don't know if you all have been searching the media, but everywhere on this media has Rachel-Liz Utley, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Before I go on, Standard says nobody beats us on price. Believe it. You have a chance to win a 65-inch big screen TV when you shop at Canaan, Tobago or Coffee Street, San Fernando on August 28th and pop a balloon for your chance to win. So head on down to Standards where you have a chance to win a 65-inch big screen TV. Visit our store, create a bill with your CSR, pop before you pay to win a discount, gift, or grand prize. All right. So good morning to Miss Rachel-Liz Utley.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. So I want you to tell the audience about yourself.
Well, my name is Rachel-Liz Utley. I attended the North Regional SA Primary School and I am 11 years old.
You are 11 years old. Now, you all may be wondering what Miss Rachel-Liz Utley is doing here this morning. And I said the news is on every single media platform you can think about. Miss Rachel-Liz Utley did the C examinations and then she did CXC English and got it in a grade? 1. Now, I don't know about you, but I am extremely proud of Miss Utley for attempting this and getting that grade 1. So what was your first reaction like when you found out that you got that grade 1?
Well, at first I was laughing because I didn't know how to take it. But then after I was surprised and I started like taking in the information and everything. And then I was just really happy.
Okay. Were you treated for that grade 1? I find you should have been treated for that grade 1.
Yes, I was.
You were ice cream and cake?
Yeah.
So I get in after this show, just let me know, All right. Okay. So what was your preparation like for the CXC exam? I know that you had C exam as well preparing for. So what was the CXC preparation like?
Well, it wasn't that hard because I had started preparing the year before during the summer. So after I had cleared up SC and everything, I just continued with my preparations and then, yeah.
So clear it up for me. Is it English language that you did or English literature?
English literature.
So what book did you read in preparation for CXC?
I read Life of Letitia and Animal Farm and Anansi.
And how was the exam?
It wasn't hard. I would say it wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard at all.
It wasn't.
So how was C exam?
It wasn't hard either because I guess I prepared for it for a long time.
All right, and your C exam scores were?
Yeah.
All right. So we have good C exam scores. We have good CXC scores. I think Miss Rachel-Liz is she gets the essence of life. She is going through and she's being successful. So congratulations to you, especially from the Tobago Updates family here on Youth Wednesdays. All right.
Thank you.
Overall, how was the experience like? I know, well, for me, let me tell you about my experience. When I was sitting CXC, going into that room, I think there was this kind of nerve-wracking kind of thing with me because it's coming into the room and knowing that the exam is about to happen. So yes, I'm seeing my peers around me and I'm sitting down, I'm grabbing my pen and my pencils and stuff like that. But it's like the exam is about to start. It's either 1, 2, or 3 or any other grade after that, right? We won't mention those grades. So how was it for you? Did you have any peers there that you could have said hello to before the exam started? How was it for you?
No, it's just, I did it privately, so it was just me.
It was just you?
Yeah.
So so what was the feeling like walking into the room, knowing that you're going to do the exam?
I was rather nervous, but the lady who was there who had the papers, she was nice, so I had calmed down after I settled in. And it made the experience better.
Right. All right. So I looked at some of the media, what the media had online with Miss Rachel-Liz Utley, 11-year-old passing CXC and the C exam. Right. So I saw that your mommy and your daddy would have helped you a whole lot in preparation for it. So what was that like? What was mommy and daddy's contribution in your preparation for CXC?
Well, it was really necessary because my mother, she teaches the subject I was going to do, and what I would say without her I wouldn't really be that into it, be able to know what I'm going in there to do. And my father was also a great help because as I did essay before, he helped me a lot with that, so I had less to study about with essay and I could have had more time to study for CXC, and he was there supporting all the way.
Okay. All right. I believe you. I know your daddy. I'm just letting you know. He's a very good motivator, and I would expect that you got that motivation from your parents throughout it all. So I heard that he was the first to see it, and then he told you congratulations. So how was it like getting the news from your daddy and then going and see the grade 1 on the website?
Well, it was as I said, when I realized, I started laughing. But I was kind of shocked and I didn't really remember what he was talking about because I had just come from somewhere and I was half asleep when he said congratulations when I came home. So I didn't really process it that much. But I asked my mother what it was and she said, oh, you got a grade 1. And I was really happy.
Okay. All right. And once again, congratulations on that grade 1. What was your motivation going through it all? Did you have a favorite text, a favorite quote?
Yes, my favorite text was Matthew chapter 6, verses 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And, well, the support I got from my parents also.
Okay. You told your friends that you were going to do CXC?
Just my close friends.
Your close friends? And what was their reaction like?
They were like, oh, you're doing too much. You just have to focus on your work that you're doing now. Things like that.
People, well, let me tell you, people would always say those things. But my encouragement to you, my push for you is that you reach for the stars always. If you know you could handle English CXC and C exam at the same time, look at the turnout. You got a grade 1. Right? So going forward, no matter what anybody says, go with God. And you can do your best, right? And you can do all that you want to do, all right? So what advice would you give to anyone? Now, not just your friends, because you realize that you passed CXC English in a 1. So now you had to give the CXC writers on them for next year some motivation. So what is your advice to them going forward?
Well, I wouldn't really say that I have advice, but If it's to my friends, I would say keep on trying. If you want to do something and you're not of age doesn't really matter. You could do it once you set your mind to it. And for the CXC examiners, I don't know, nothing really.
Nothing really to the examiners, but just to the students.
Yeah.
I agree, because those examiners set the exam, so they're good. We are the ones that have to walk in and do the actual exam.
Yes.
I agree. Okay, and one more question before we wrap up, okay? What is it that you plan to do? Is it that you're going to write another subject next year? What is the plan going forward in terms of CXC? Because we already have English, so what are we doing after?
Well, I want to take a break next year, but my brother, he's doing the CXC. He's going to Form 4, so he's going to be doing it in the next 2 years. So while he's doing that, I want to just study with him and prepare for the exam.
What's your career path going forward? Now, your mommy is an English teacher and your daddy is a pastor. So what is your career path going forward? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to study law and business, to be a lawyer.
That one took me by surprise. You want to study law and business. Any schools you'd like to attend?
Not really, but I know I want to go to a university in America.
Okay. All right. So I wish you all the best going forward. I congratulate you one more time, because that one was hard earned and you did earn it, right? So congratulations to you going forward. I wish you all the best. Go with God. And no matter what anyone says, you do what you can do to the best of your ability, right? Congratulations to your parents as well. I know they are very proud of your achievements. Congratulations to your brother as well, he wrote CXC with you as well this year. And in all that you do, go with God.
Thank
all right.
you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rachel-Liz Utley, for joining us here this morning on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. We continue on this morning with our other interview, so we ask you to stay tuned and share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Put a smile.
Go in, you have to stop it. You have to stop it.
Welcome to my kitchen, guys.
You have to stop it every night.
That's it. That's the intro. Let's do it one more time, right?
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules, or if you are having a cooking day off.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. Joining me today is Mr. Lyndon Skeete, who recently won a competition hosted by the Ministry of Agriculture. Good morning, Mr. Skeete.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm very excited to be here this morning.
Okay, and dressing in his attire, we could tell that he is a farmer, and we are here on his property where he rears his cows. So, Mr. Skeete, let's get into all of this. When did you first start rearing these cows?
Well, actually, rearing these cows, I started about 12 to 15 years ago. However, this is a lifelong legacy with me because our father had on this very land about 46 heads of cows plus about 75 head of sheep. So it's a family legacy. My brothers, my sisters, all of us, we were exposed to this kind of lifestyle. But I decided that I'm going to take it up, and here we are today. All right?
Okay, and how has that experience been for you thus far?
Well, very fulfilling. Definitely. The aspect of I love animals, right? And so it's a part of my DNA, I should say, right? And basically, seeing that you can bring an animal from birth to maturity and things like that, it's very exciting and so on, fulfilling. But also it calls for commitment because it's not something that you do based on your feelings, because you cannot get up this morning and because it's raining I cannot go and tend to them and so on, and so on. It calls for commitment.
So a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication and discipline goes into raising these
definitely
cows.
Sure.
And can you share with me, you recently won a competition. How has that experience been for you?
Well, I would like you to rephrase the question. The bull recently won a competition, right? I was just basically I was very excited in terms of winning this competition, the best dairy bull in Trinidad and Tobago, not only in Tobago, but in Trinidad and Tobago. And that speaks volume. You know, it tells me, therefore, that despite the fact that we are the smaller of the two islands, that we have a lot of potential here. Right, and so entering the bull, I was not timid or anything like that. Basically, what I told my wife is that once the judges are fair, I think that we can do it because I know the caliber and the potential of the animal that I have. You know.
And what is the name of the animal, if you don't mind
we
sharing?
call him Big Boy.
Big Boy. And is there a special reason for that?
Well, basically, my sons and, we are toying with things and they always, and I just see, if you see him in stride, right, how he walks and things like that and so on, his general demeanor, we call him Big Boy, but he's very, very docile. It's a very docile animal. It's very tame. Actually, it's like a pet. You can go and rub him and so on. Right? Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and what's a specific breed of cow?
This is a Holstein bull, right? Holstein, right? Yeah.
All right. And how much kilograms does he weigh?
No, well, I don't know the exact weight, but basically, this bull should be up in the 2,000 plus weight category.
And what criteria allowed him to win the competition?
Well, basically, the breed won. That's one. If you look at the animal, the length of it, the straightness of its back is despite how large the bull is, you look at its agility to perform and everything like that. And so in terms of the condition, well, today he's not in the best condition because one of the animals are actually females are in heat. So he is not eating and things like that. So he's really focusing his attention on that. But but as you see, if you look at the length and the posture of the animal and things like that, the general demeanor of the animal, you will see that he's a winner.
Oh, so he won from the get-go, in essence.
Well, actually, the other bulls that were there were also first and second place were also top of the line animals as well. Right? But what I'm saying, one of the main things is that, and I would like to reiterate this, is that this bull is born and bred in Tobago, right? And all the judges were Trinidad judges, right? And this bull came first. But that should tell us something.
Yes, that
right?
is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you think that more needs to be done to improve agriculture here on the island of Tobago?
Well, basically, agriculture, Tobago, Tobago is Trinidad's largest market, right? From an economical standpoint. And in terms of our food sustainability, that's a serious issue that we need to look at. If you go at the port at any given time, when the vessels come in, you will see our dependency on Trinidad. And I'm saying that we have the potential here where we can do a lot. It means, therefore, that I know that there are serious farmers out there, because I'm not a full-time farmer, right? Most of the guys in Trinidad are full-time farmers and what have you. And I do farming basically in the morning time and in the evening time, right? I fill my day with my other activities and so on. But if we get the necessary kind of help, because in other words, let me put it in this way, I may have the vision, but I may lack the capacity to fulfill that vision. That is where the department of and the THA could come on board and assist the farmers so that they can broaden their horizon, right? And because this is like a hobby, but it could turn into a business, right?
And in terms of education, a lot of young people don't see the value in agriculture anymore, and they don't see it as something that could be profitable for them. Do you think that within the education system that more emphasis needs to be placed on agriculture? Yeah,
most definitely, because, for instance, one may go through their life without visiting a lawyer, or at birth they get a doctor, but after that they may be lucky enough never to just to go visit a doctor office or and things like that. But every day of your life you are dependent on someone who is doing farming, you know. If you check your breakfast, everything that you eat, it comes back to the soil, it comes back to the extractive industry. So that agriculture is definitely, but one of the things is that there is a myth that agriculture is beneath and agriculture is what and what have you. So that it's something that we need to re-educate people about, that agriculture is important, all right? Because I have good friends who have masters and doctorate in agriculture in different parts of the world, right? But here, what I see happening is that when the folks go to UE and so on, they study the same agricultural science. All they do, they come out to be a field officer and what have you. But we need to broaden the horizon. And as I said before, Tobago has the potential, but the farmers, I think, need additional help. Right?
Okay, in terms of profitability in cattle rearing, how profitable is this?
Well, as I said, cattle rearing could be, I'm just part-time, right? And for instance, I will have, let's say, one of my bulls, young bulls, right? It will take about, with good treatment, within 1 year, you can fetch at least 7,000, 8,000 for him, right? So an individual, once you can do that intense kind of, on a more large-scale basis, then, right? Because the part of me raising these animals is actually to help me with the park as well, in terms of the maintenance of the park. Hence the reason why the name of the park is Buku Historical Park and Nature Center. That is where the cows come in, because definitely we thought that we must make the animals a part of the vision that we have, right? Yes.
How did you feel once you knew that you won the competition?
Actually, well, while I'm there and the head judge came out on the stage and presented the 3 animals with the videos, and actually they were making the comparison. And from that moment, I knew definitely based on the way in which he presented, because he was comparing all the other animals to Big Boy. And so Big Boy actually had all the necessary pointers and so on. So I was overwhelmed because basically it was a moment that I felt extremely proud of, knowing that I've kept this legacy alive. And despite the fact that our father died a long time ago, I think that it's something that you would have been proud of, to see that we can now be in a position to win a national competition. Because of course the bull won in Tobago 2 times already, right, in the World Foods Day. But with this one, you are talking about a grand prize of $50,000, right? Our idea is actually to try to improve the farm with other, with better livestock, other breeding animals and things like that, females and so on. So my counterparts in Trinidad, they're already assisting in terms of in that area to source those kind of things, so that we can have something more meaningful in the Buku Historical Park.
And do you think if the opportunity arises again that you would enter the competition?
Yeah, of course. Next year, I was told for next year, they will be doing beef. And of course, as you see in the background, right, we have a red pole, right, a bull. So we are looking to have him ready for next year. And actually, we're looking at entering a female as well in the beef category also, because last year I also won the best in the local competition here. I also won the best beef category as well for female beef, right? Yeah.
And do you think that more opportunities like this in terms of the competition and other programs need to be held quite frequently?
Well, basically, it's just, to me, it's not frequently, but annually is quite satisfactory. But you put the necessary ingredient in it to ensure that whatever you are bestowing to the farmer, that is respected. When I say that, let me elaborate. In Tobago, I'm not saying that the price in Tobago should mirror those that in Trinidad, right? But at least to mine a bull, right? Let's say this bull, let's say it's 8 years old, right? I got to see about him every day of my life, right? Whether it's raining or what have you. 365 days by 8, you know how much days that is, right? And then you will get a prize of $1,000. But let me make a comparison. Allow me, give me this latitude. We'll have a fishing tournament. I'm not against, I have a lot of friends who are fishermen, right? They will go out and they will catch one fish. They have never fed that fish, right? They have never seen the fish before, but their price will be a boat, $50,000 and an engine, right? Maybe the risk is greater, but on our side, the commitment is equal. So that I'm saying that the organizers in Tobago, that they could reach out to the corporate society and try to make the price a little more palatable, so that you give the farmer that sense of belonging, that sense of that, hey, I'm appreciated, okay? And then we will see a greater input in terms and effort from the farmers.
I think that is amazing, and I'm glad that you brought up that comparison. Thank you, Mr. Lyndon Skeete, for being here with us, and congratulations.
Yes, my dear, and you're always welcome.
Okay, so we have been chatting with Mr. Lyndon Skeete, who recently won a competition held by the Ministry of Agriculture. Thank you so much, Mr. Skeete, for joining us here on the Tobago Updates Morning Show. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Get ready to celebrate with us in style on the 31st of August at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort for our premium all-inclusive Independence Party from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. A premium drinks inclusive event with top DJs, fireworks, and a slumber party for the kids for only 100 TT. Tickets for this premium all-inclusive event is only 400 TT at Island E-Tickets and the resort. For more information, call 660-8500. Mark your calendars now for this premium all-inclusive Independence Party.
Now is the time for it to jam on somebody. Hand up in the air, madness everywhere. It's in with DNA.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Stop. You don't have to sneak in. You don't have to sneak. Pigeon Point Security, we have access pass. You don't have to sneak in.
What access pass is that?
The new Pigeon Point Breaking Beach access card. With this card, you can get free access to Pigeon Point, a free umbrella, and a free chair. So make sure you get your Pigeon Point access card.
I can get up?
Definitely. This is your access card, so you can now go into Pigeon Point.
Okay.
Guys, we outside in Pigeon Point, sun and sand, and we enjoying it with we access cards. All social media links to Youth Voice and Pigeon Point would be tagged, and stay tuned for it.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
And welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. As you know, it's Youth Wednesdays, where all of our conversations are youth-based. In studio with me this morning is Mr. Dwayne Edwards from Caribbean Vibes, who's here to talk to us about an upcoming event, Tequila Sunset. Good morning, Mr. Edwards.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's get into it, right? For those of us who may not know what Caribbean Vibes is, can you do a little explanation first?
Well, Caribbean Vibes has started since 2004 by myself and my best friend, Elwin Williams, who is based from Plymouth. And both of us went to the United States and we live in New York. And we came up with this name Caribbean Vibes due to being back from Tobago and from the Caribbeans. And so that's how we came up with that name.
Okay, and how has that experience been for you thus far?
It's been great. This year is 20 years and we really got some good support in the States from the West Indian market. So it's really been a good experience.
Okay, that's nice. So Tequila Sunset, that is an interesting name for an event. Can you share with us your inspiration for it?
Well, actually, I was at home in Lescotho by my dad one afternoon, and I was having some tequila. And at the same time, coincidentally, the sunset was there, and I was like, wow. And I actually came up with the name Tequila Sunset. I said, you know what, I got to make this an event.
Okay, so is it only tequila or you're planning to have other drinks there as well?
Oh, well, there will be a lot of drinks there. Tequila Sunset, this year will be all-inclusive. So we'll be focused on tequila. We're going to have Hennessy, Johnny Walker, vodka, all the local drinks. And the great thing about Tequila Sunset, it's an all-inclusive where it's unlimited drinks. There'll be no limitations, no shortage in the bar, no stoppage. So that's actually be the focus of this event.
So as we're going up for the upcoming Tobago Carnival, we're seeing where we're having a number of premium all-inclusive parties. What is different about Tequila Sunset that would set your premium all-inclusive party from the rest?
Well, I definitely would say the price is going to be really cheap. It's going to be $4.99, and as I said, it's going to be unlimited premium liquor all night long. Also, we're going to have food all night long as well, and the vibes and the special guest entertainments will be really, really great.
Okay, so I like how you're talking, but what is something that the people could look forward to at Tequila Sunset?
Well, at Tequila Sunset, we're going to have a really great 5-star DJ lineup, which is going to be announced in approximately 2 weeks. As well, we're going to have a surprise guest artist. That will be actually be a surprise on the actual day. And my premium thing is that the bar is going to be really outstanding, and there'll be no waits on the lines. There'll be really great customer service, so it will sell itself.
Okay, and is this the first time that you're hosting Tequila Sunset, or have you already hosted other premium parties?
Well, this is the third time actually I'm doing this in Tobago. So we have a really nice location down in the west. Nice poolside location with gated. It's going to be really nice.
And how has the anticipation for the event, how has that been so far?
Well, it's been good. I have a lot of foreigners that comes to Tobago Carnival that actually comes to this event, and also the local crew as well comes looking forward to the event as well.
Okay, so if persons want to get more information, where can they go?
Well, Tequila Sunset, you can get information online. For the foreigners, they go to frontlineticketing.com, and also for the locals, they could go to islandticketing.com as well and search the name Tequila Sunset. And also in Tobago, we have 2 local places that you can go to. You can go to Tobago Glass Supply, that's down in Rosie Trace, Scarborough, and also you can go to Travis K&K Food and Tongue Supermarket down in Keenan.
Okay, and in terms of the prices for the tickets, can you reiterate that, please?
Oh, well, the price is $4.99 again. Is all inclusive that you get premium liquor all night long and food, and it's going to be unlimited, no stoppage in the bar.
Okay, that's good. Okay, folks, so you heard in Tequila Sunrise is coming up, and I'm very excited. I think I might swing by. Okay, so that's Friday, October 25th. Ensure that you don't miss out. Is there anything else that you would like to say?
Yeah, so as again, Tequila Sunset is October 25th from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's going to be a great venue, great ambience. We have a great security team that's going to be there as well, and we are working with the local Trinidad and Tobago police station that's going to give us incentives in terms of what to do to make sure the public and patrons are safe. So it's a really good event as you guys come out, have a good time, come and get your drink, get the vibes on. The music's going to be great, and it's a really, really good event.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Edwards, for joining us here on the Tobago Updates Morning Show. I wish you all the best for Tequila Sunset. I can't wait to see what that would be like. Okay, folks, so that's a wrap for our morning show, but don't go anywhere as yet. We have GMT coming up next. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Go in. You have to stop it. You have to stop it.
Welcome to my kitchen, guys.
You have to stop it every night.
That's it. That's the intro. Let's do it one more time, right?
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. As you know, it's Youth Wednesdays. So let's talk standards. They are celebrating 79 years today and they have a promotion going on. You have the chance to win a 65-inch big screen TV. You could shop at Canaan, Tobago or Coffee Street, San Fernando on August 28th and pop a balloon for your chance to win. So you visit their stores, you create a bill with your CSR, pop before you pay to win a discount, gift or the grand prize. As you know, standard, nobody beats us on price, believe it. So, next week, Wednesday, we are having a special on our youth show next week, Wednesday, where we are going to be discussing hairstyles and school, which we know is a big topic among students. And I must say that I'm really excited and I will be there next week, Wednesday. I hope that you join us for this interesting program. We are going to have a couple speakers on set to share their opinions and to basically have an all-around discussion. So, as I said this morning, we have orientation ongoing. So I just want to reiterate for all of our new first formers entering high school, you got this, you will do well, right? I know some of you might feel nervous like I was when I first started. Some of you might be drowning in your school uniform like I was. I had this big shirt on, my skirt was really long, but I assure you that your high school experience would be one that you would remember. For those of you who are heading into Form 4 and 5 as well, you know it's CXC time. You know it's time to buckle down and to focus. Get started on your SBAs, get started on your projects, get started on your studying. And for those of you heading into sixth form or planning to, saying that I just completed as well, word of advice to you, I wish you all the best. Take your time. For some, it might be a little difficult. For others, it might be easy. Depends on who you are, right? That is our morning show. Stay tuned for GMT and don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
The initiative behind this project or this program, I would say, is it's Independence Day. Independence Day is time for fun, your time for camaraderie. You're celebrating how much years you have been free or whatever the case may be. So I think after the parade, I think everybody should come down and enjoy themselves and have a day celebrating our freedom.
All enjoying the festivities. What are you talking about?
I look at it as something that we can have like July 4th in America, a day of celebrating. So it's not just about boat racing, it's about families and fun, children coming with their parents and coming together and having a fun day. And while having fun, experiencing freedom. We have boats from all over. Of course, there'll be pirogue races, there'll be speedboat races, and there'll be power races. We're supposed to have a contingent from Trinidad. We call them the Boeing Spec class. We're still having conversation on how we could, make it suitable for them to come and race. But added to that, we should have that class from Trinidad also. We are in conversation also with the Trinidad and Tobago Air Guard. Because it's independence and because there are families coming out and there would be children, we are having a flyover so that the children would enjoy seeing a plane running behind the boats and stuff like that at maybe a lower altitude. And I say normally, when you're talking about boat racing, people don't get to see the boats up close and personal. It's always hundreds of meters away, they'll be racing right in the shoreline. We'd have bouncy castles, we'd have novelty events, might have swimming race, there might be jet skis. We're trying to get dragon boat on board and stuff like that. So it's a day full of events. We're trying to keep it in town, and next part of the initiative also is building back Scarborough, our capital of Tobago. Just saying to Tobago, after the independence, we have a fun day packed for you guys. Right after the parade, come down to the Esplanade and have some fun with us. Come and see boat racing, come and see planes flying, come and see drones, come bring your kids for bouncy castles and other games, or whatever the case may be. There'll be toys, there'll be food, there'll be drinks, there'll be music. So just come down and have a fun day with us.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Last year, October 2023, the island tilted. The peaceful bliss of sea, sun, and sand was transcended as we took to the streets to revel in paradise.
Such a nice place!
Tobago Carnival, we're right here. We're not leaving until we go right down.
It's the greatest, it's the best, it's safe, and it's beautiful.
I love Tobago, baby. Coming back next year. Hey!
Playing pan on the streets is a magical experience. When the band strike up, it's rhythm, steel, and powder. This is Tobago Carnival, Pan in Paradise.
Tobago is the best.
Tobago Carnival is the new home for the legend of Calypso. Where else can you get sweet Calypso music that gives you that nostalgic feeling?
Soca Titans is we title, is we monarch. We built artists from scratch who can perform with the best. Real titans of soca.
When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise.
This year, ritual takes on new space and dimension. Traditions will be reimagined, breaking free, and taking on new meaning on the road.
I love the energy!
This year, the revelry is bigger and better. More colors, more meaning, great packages for the masqueraders. Tobago Carnival is freedom.
This year promoting safety in all events for Tobago Carnival. This year promoting whining, not minding people business. This year promoting clean fun, security and freedom.
Freedom to be any version of yourself that you choose to be with love and safety. Here, you have permission to be you, uninhibited and free.
So what you waiting on? This year, this October 2024, experience the ritual, revel in paradise, release yourself. From the greatest little island on the planet, this is the Tobago Carnival 2024.
Every time, every single time. Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Let's go. It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we stronger. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Tobago.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am your host, Chanel Felix, and whenever you see me sitting here, it's because we're about to have those conversations that you want to have while I ask those questions that you want asked. But before we get into this morning's interesting conversations, let's have our news in 90 seconds. Lennox Eastman, 19, succumbed to his injuries at the Scarborough General Hospital yesterday after he was hospitalized after being shot in Lambo, Tobago. Just after a week ago, Eastman, a resident of Silcotton Trace, Bonaccord, was discovered with a gunshot wound to his chest at Bronx Lane in the early hours of August 15th. His death marks Tobago's 21st murder of 2024, and police are currently investigating. Additionally, the MV Emperadas, a Venezuelan registered landing craft with a capacity about 1/10 of the Cabo Star, arrived in Trinidad and Tobago yesterday to assist with cargo transportation between the islands while the Cabo Star undergoes repair after a fire on August 20th. The Emprenada will begin operations on August 28th at 2 p.m. In addition, the TT Inter-Island Transportation Company Limited added extra sailing between August 27th and 30th to accommodate cargo needs during the Cabo Star's absence, with repairs expected to be completed during August to August 30th. The MV Emperada was previously used in September of last year when the Cabo Star experienced another fire. And finally, Secretary of the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Joel Sampson, speaks at the closing ceremony of the YES program last evening and emphasized that there is potential of youths to embrace new ideas and practice to harness this potential for positive change. Sampson highlighted the recent launch of Pro-Youth campaign, including Youth Energized for Success program. This is a key initiative that provides real opportunities for young people in Tobago. He expressed gratitude to the participants and stakeholders, noting that programs like the YES program is vital in investing in the island's youth. And that was our news in 90 seconds. We're going to take a break right here, and we're going to be back right after this. See you soon.
Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Let's go. It's a brand new morning, rise up
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Stop. You don't have to sneak in. You don't have to sneak. Pigeon Point Security, we have an access pass. You don't have to sneak in.
What access pass is that?
The new Pigeon Point Breaking Beach access card. With this card, you can get free access to Pigeon Point, a free umbrella, and a free chair. So make sure you get your Pigeon Point access card.
I can get that?
Definitely. This is your access card, so you can now go into Pigeon Point.
Okay.
Guys, we outside in Pigeon Point, sun, and we enjoying it with we access cards. All social media links to Youth Voice and Pigeon Point would be tagged, and stay tuned for it.
Get ready to celebrate with us in style on the 31st of August at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort for our premium all-inclusive Independence Party from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. A premium drinks inclusive event with top DJs, fireworks, and a slumber party for the kids for only 100 TT. Tickets for this premium all-inclusive event is only 400 TT at Island e-tickets and the resort. For more information, call 660-8500. Mark your calendars now for this premium all-inclusive Independence Party.
Now is the time for it to jam on somebody. Hand up in the air, madness everywhere. Itching with DNA.
Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. This morning I have the pleasure of preparing parents for back to school. And this morning I'm having that conversation with no other than Mrs. Yolanda Marcel, who is the president of the Signan Hill Secondary PTA. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us for this discussion, because I think it is so important during this time as we get ready to go back to school. You know, as we were discussing slightly before we came on, a lot of times the emphasis is placed on the children going back to school. But, you know, it's very rare that you are preparing parents for back to school. So talk to us a bit about that.
Well, that is something I've come to observe being in that arena, that we so focus on getting the children and talking to the children and telling the children. But if the parents are not ready, mentally ready for back to school, then they cannot do a good job of preparing the children to go back to school. And so that is what we want to look at today, getting the parents in the right frame of mind, focused in on, and so that they can get the children ready for school.
Right. And there are a lot of parents who are very good when it comes to getting ready for school. As soon as school closes, they begin buying books, buying uniforms, putting things in place, and getting ready for the new term. Sometimes they are, they are the ones who are very prepared, and they begin to transfer that mentality of preparedness to the kids. But unfortunately, sometimes even beyond, situations that parents can control, they are unable to be as ready. And, there are situations where you have parents, even to this last moment, still haven't gotten half of the things on the book list for the kids. And so that level of worriedness and uncertainty that comes with not being able to afford, and in some cases just having a last minute culture transfers to the kids. How do you think that affects how the children function when they go back out to school?
Well, all the how to put it, that depends on how they communicate with the children. I firmly believe in communication. We're not shouting at them, we're not talking down to them, we're not embarrassing them, we're talking with them and letting them know this is the situation, right? Because sometimes these children have friends who are able to help them. But the parents, don't tell nobody, and don't take nothing from nobody. And and if you are in a situation where you need help, then you have to know that whatever you're doing is for the betterment of the children. And so if you are getting help, take the help. You had to swallow your pride for your children. And so maybe because books are really expensive, and so maybe you cannot afford to go to the store. You are on Facebook, you're on WhatsApp, put out a message. Anyone have second-hand books to sell? Or anyone willing to part with the second-hand book to help a parent, if you don't want to put yourself out there like that. And when they call, you could say, well, I'm the parent and I really need some help because of this situation. So, we have to know, that the important focus is on the children.
Yeah. And one of the ideas that I had, and I'm, coming to feel like I'm really sorry that I didn't execute it, but I had an idea of like a book exchange, like a big market, like a big book exchange before school open. Maybe, hopefully next year we could get it done, where parents are able to like just bring all your books that you had from the previous term, and you could kind of walk around the market and pick up and see, okay, kind of have an exchange of books and items and stuff like that. It's so important, even in the communication with the students, to also maybe communicate with teachers that, okay, miss, I didn't get all the books.
That's right.
Because you find that teachers accommodate.
Yes.
They might print out a couple pages from a book.
Correct.
And they will, give you until, So sometimes in the heat of the moment, you running around, your head hot, you don't really know how to approach the situation. But simple things like reaching out to whoever the form teacher or the teacher for the standard is and letting them know, well, I got X, Y, and Z books, but I still have a few books outstanding. Sometimes, not necessarily because they can't afford it, some of them just were last minute.
Yes.
And when they went to the bookstores, the
all
books are
sold
finished,
out, yes.
right? So they have to wait until the next order comes in. So just being open in your communication with the teachers to let them know, well, I have to wait until the next order comes in, or next month when I get paid at the end of September, and then I will be able to get all the textbook or so on. So, please bear with my child.
the government had a program where you can get textbook. It's called a loan. It used to be called a loan program, a book loan program. And it's sad to say that parents were getting those books. Parents were getting those books and they were having the use of it for their children. Their children were enjoying the use of it. But at the end of the year, you were supposed to turn it in. Listen, I have encountered parents trying to sell those books at bookstores. You know they're not yours. You know there are other children who need help just like your child got help. And at the end of the school term, they're trying to sell, the school name is stamped in the book, and they're trying to sell those books.
But I remember when I was in school that you couldn't get your books for the next form without bringing back your book from the previous year. So if you were going into Form 3 and you had to come and your parents signed for your books, you were not able to get the books unless you brought back all the books from the previous year.
It's still that way.
A particular condition.
It's still that way. But those said parents, they would stand up and they would lament, I don't know where the book went. I don't know what happened to the book. Whatever, when you took the book to the store to try to sell it. And I'm telling you, it is so sad. I remember I had to load up a parent one time. I said, why are you trying to sell the school books? I mean, it is so sad that you don't think about anyone. We go through a door and we just slam it shut.
Correct.
We don't think about someone else need to come through that door, and we don't want to help, and that is one of the reasons. And so the loan program, as far as I've come to understand, is no more, because other than they're not furnished with new books anymore in the schools, the government isn't furnishing new books anymore. The books that we have up there are outdated books.
Correct, yeah.
And on top of that, students were not bringing back books. So when the other set came in, there was no books to help them. The government even have the grant program in Ministry of Education where people could get help.
Let me interject here. And, this might be a bit controversial for some. But I believe that it's time that we move away from relying solely on physical books.
I believe
when you go to university, for instance, you are given access through your student ID to the online portal and the online library. So if a student is duly enrolled, you sit in class, just like during the pandemic, students were able to use their devices. We are moving towards a technological time. You are telling me that students can only come to class with a book?
No.
So there's no way that I could pull up my book on my laptop, on my iPad, and be following during class.
Yes, you can.
This is the place that we need to be heading to, but where we take the burden off of parents to have to be buying $12,000 in books, and half of the books are not even being used thoroughly.
Well, that part there, I am personally on a campaign. I do not like to hear parents say they spend a whole lot of money on books and did not. Or the teacher didn't use all the textbook. There is no way, based on the time given to us, that a teacher can complete a textbook. So your child have the textbook that you spend money for. Why they're not using it?
Yeah, you have a responsibility.
And that is the problem we're having. That's why I agreed to do this. Parents need to understand that the teacher alone is not responsible for educating your child. They don't have enough time. The classroom is too much, right? They are even over the amount that's supposed to be in a classroom for one teacher to manage. And so they're trying. And as parents, we think, there's a teacher, I don't know anything about that. Like you said, this is the time of technology and information. The University of YouTube is well furnished, and your child could go in and follow and look at the next topic at hand. The CSEC curriculum is on the CSEC page. You can go in there and know what the topics your child has to cover. Now, I only know these things because my eldest, when she was finished with school, she taught me This is where she went and got these. She got the information from the teacher, and she went onto the website and looked at the topics needed to cover, and they started doing their research and whatever. Girl, I leave school since 19 whatever. So you know there is no way I understand this new maths and this
and
whatever.
Listen, even us, the ones who graduate with the master's degree, when our nieces and nephews come with their standard 2 books, we ourselves do not know how to help them sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, we have to take the initiative to go a step further because we are now relearning.
Right.
So we're learning with them.
With them.
So we have to use the very tools that the young people sit on for 2 hours, 3 hours a day on the YouTube and begin to pull up these topics and see how we ourselves can learn with them to help them.
And you were talking earlier, you mentioned about having your books online. Again, my eldest daughter, she taught me. She took me online to download the textbooks. When my daughter was in 4th form, she had no textbooks. She went to school with a laptop. She did her notes on the laptop. Her books were on the laptop. She taught me. I didn't know
and
about
that is
anything like
adequate
that.
preparation for college. Because as soon as you hit university, everyone sits in class with their laptops.
Yeah.
So we have to move away from demonizing devices in class.
Mm-hmm. But you see, it is it's really a distraction and so on in the class right now because it's not a standard use.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was that our devices were for the purpose of learning, if it is that our devices were for the purpose of sourcing information at school, then the children don't have enough time to play the fool with it. But when they have their device at school, very few teachers refer to the device, would say, and that is not their fault either, because there is not enough internet coverage in the school to cover all the classrooms. And if all the teachers are using the internet, that's a next story altogether, because then it starts fluctuating, it starts whatever. So, you know, there's a whole lot of moving parts that we need to get in there. And so with that deficiency in the system, in that we know where we should be, but that's not where we are.
Correct.
And so rather than us complain about what is not, we have to develop the skill to work with what is, and that way everyone can benefit from that. You know, I am one of those who do not believe that you have a complaint without a suggested solution.
Right.
Even though it may not be the one that works or it may not be fully developed, but at least give a suggestion. So we have an issue in the classroom. Let us come up with suggestion on how do we alleviate this issue and what can we put in place. And so if we start with some suggestions, ideas begin to flow, we come to a solution and not just walk around complaining. So I would like parents to take that also off the table. Do not send your children out to school starting to complain from the get-go. All this textbook are buying and only I'm even using most of it, and all this money to if we send them out to school with that type of attitude, that's how they're going to be in school. I don't know, all this thing, you know, and so they're not even in the mind frame to learn.
Right. And one more thing that I want to ask before we go off to the break. There's a situation where there are students who can afford and there are students who just cannot.
Correct.
And there are parents who can afford it, but their principles and their morals are different. They do not believe in investing exorbitant amounts of money in school shoes and school bag. They are the ones who say it's about what you're going to learn and it's not about what shoes you have on your foot or on your back, on your backpack, right? So how do these parents communicate with children when the children are feeling immense pressure to wear the trending bag, the trending shoe, and then they feel inadequate because they are in school and they feel like they're not a part of the in crowd? How can parents support children through that when they themselves have a stance that I am not going to spend $2,000 on a book bag?
But again, communicating with the children. You would have raised your children that way. You cannot just wait for them to reach high school to decide that for them when you have been giving them everything all the time. You know, my children, I raise my children like that because I firmly believe in that. I am not going to spend $2,000 on a sneakers that's only going to last you probably, hopefully 6 months because you're growing. You know what I'm saying? But this has been my way all their life. I would not pay $200 for a pair of jeans when I could pay $40, the difference being the name that's on the $200 jeans.
Right.
So I raised my children. I always tell them how gorgeous they look. We get all excited about shopping for nice stuff. It's all about how the item I buy for you looks on you. I'm not going to buy any little old rag to put on you, but it's not going to be the expensive brand name one. And you're going to see how gorgeous you look. And we would go out and I would be telling them how gorgeous they're looking. And, you know, different ones would tell them, how nice, you look so nice, what you're wearing. The nice thing is the compliment came first. So I'm like, so I would, when we go home, we will have a conversation about it. I say, you see, they couldn't even tell because you look so nice in it. So they were raised that way. So when they got to secondary school, it wasn't me now trying to indoctrinate them. It was they knew that whatever mommy got would always look nice, even though it wasn't the most expensive. But they got everything they needed.
All right. And we're going to take a break right here and we're going to continue the conversation. But it is so important for you guys to put your comments in the comment section and let us know, how are you preparing your kids, or how did you prepare your kids when it was your time? And what are some tips and tricks that you have that you can share with parents as we all navigate this time of going back to school? See you soon right after this.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Yeah.
Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I want to remind you that Standards is now celebrating 79 years in the business. And so with that being said, you can visit any one of those Standards store, create a bill, and you are able to pop the balloon to win. You can win discounts, gifts, or even prizes if you go down to Standard and pop the balloon. Now, we know that nobody beats Standards on quality, right? So go down to Standards today, and once you buy something and you are about to cash, you're about to generate a bill, you would be able to pop a balloon and win one of those prizes. Now, we have been chatting with Miss Yolanda Marcel, and she is the president of the Signal Hills Secondary School PTA Association. And so we have been talking about preparing parents for that back to school. Usually you hear the preparation of the kids, but it's so important for us to get parents in that right mind frame for going back. And what do you think is an important, mental place for parents to be in even as school reopens?
It's understanding what your responsibilities are while the child is in school. It's understanding that you're not dropping your children off to daycare. That is so important. The daycare is not responsible for potty training. It's not responsible for teaching your children how to talk. You're sending your children to school, especially where I'm in the secondary school, right? So this is at a new level now. You have to help your child to follow the rules. So it means that you have to mentally be in the place where you know what the rules are. You understand what is required of your child, and that you are now ready to partner with the teachers to bring about a successful learning environment and experience for your child. So that is one of the most important things in preparing our minds as parents, that you're not going to just drop your child off to school and then the next time the teachers see you is when the child ready to graduate, or when you're forced to come in to do the report. I have had parents complain because they have to come in with the child to meet the teachers to collect the report. But that system had been put in place because the teachers don't see the parents at all. So the thing about it is to be able to get to update the parent, to communicate with the parent. This system is in place where you and the child come to collect the report. You discuss with the teacher about the progress of your child, the performance of your child, and so on. So you are now able to continue working with your child. All of that, we have to get in the mindset that, look, I am a participator in the education of my child. So as school is about to open, it's not we're sticking them in front of the TV or we're sticking them in front of a device and let the device and the TV babysit them. It is about you being actively, now what topics did you all cover in school today? Even if Miss didn't give homework, even if Sir didn't say I'm looking for this tomorrow, you as a parent, what did you all cover in school today? I am real good at faking. My children would be talking to me about stuff, and I could say that now because all of them out of that school and whatever, only the last one finishing up a 6. But they would be talking to me about a topic, and I'm listening. And I'm like, I don't understand. Explain it to me. I really don't know what they're talking about, eh? And my measurement is, if you could explain it to me that I understand, then you know what you're talking about. So like you were saying earlier, we learn along with the children. And so the topics they are doing, they did science and all of that. That wasn't my stuff in school, you know. So English and stuff, poetry and those things, that's where my major was. Right. So they're now to teach me. And if I could understand what you're saying, then I know you understand what you're saying. And so I will say, but I didn't get that. You sure this is how it go? And they will explain and so on. So they're convinced that I know what they're supposed to know. Not a clue.
Right,
But I'm
understood.
involved and they have to explain. I want to see, let me see the book. You want to try 2 of these for me before you go to bed, and these kinds of stuff. Turn off the TV now, it's almost time for bed.
Mhm.
So parents,
And even when I often advise parents, you know, we tend to demonize the devices, but it has to do, it's not necessarily if they are using it, it's what they are doing on it.
That's right.
Because you think, okay, now it's time for your homework, take off the computer, take off the TV. But that same TV, even while they are doing their homework, could be used to go on YouTube, and you
Correct.
have a tutor on YouTube showing them exactly how to work through the sum or the topic.
And if you have a smart TV, it's even better, because then whatever is on the device is on the screen. So you as the parent, every now and then you pass and look in, you are seeing
Mhm.
what they're doing.
Right.
You know.
And, you know, even when it comes to a bit more complex topics, scientific topics, the atomic structures and all of these things, they have so many animated series
That's
within
right.
5 minutes.
Yes.
They sit and they understand.
Let me share experience with you. My son was doing physics for CSEC, and he had the project to do the SBA. Mommy had no clue, but he is self-taught. So he will go and research, but for the life of him, he could not get this concept. And I just went in and sat with him. I said, you get it yet? No, mommy. I said, bring up a video for me. He brought up one video. I still didn't understand. I said, you get it yet? He said, no. I said, bring up another one. But I'm sitting with him now. And then by the time he brought up the third one, I said, you get it now? He said, I think so. But by the third one, I got it too.
Mhm.
So now we are discussing what it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, he got it. Let me tell you, with all the struggle and the fight, my son got a 1 with distinction in physics. All I did was go and sit with him. The struggle was so much for him. He was just glad for the company, and he had to just explain to me, and we talk about it. And this child did his SBA. So I'm saying to parents, do not say that you don't know. Come on.
And you know,
You
some
know?
parents would say, okay, everything that you are saying there is something that I want to do. It's the ideal situation. But because of my circumstances, you know, whether it be my emotional disposition where I'm not at the place where I want to be, so I don't have the motivation to sit and have those conversations with my kids or give them the type of support that they need, or because of my financial situation, while they are doing their homework, I'm grinding, I'm hustling, I can't provide that level of support. What type of advice do you have for those parents? What type of support is in place for them? Because I immediately think, okay, if my child is in Form 4 or Form 5 and I cannot provide a level of support, you begin to have those conversations with other parents.
Yes.
Who can make their home, you know. I remember when I was doing exam day, we all used to go to one person's home and we would sit in their gallery and we there and we all studying and stuff. So sometimes you have to, you know, become a partner with other parents within the classroom. You know, find out who are the parents who are able to support their kids and see if they are willing to facilitate your kid.
You don't have to
maybe
go in
on
anybody's
weekends
house.
or
We don't have to go in anybody's house. These devices.
Yeah.
Now your video chat. And I saw my son at 6th form level doing it. His computer screen is up, all of them on the screen, and they're in their books and they're talking to one another because mommy don't know. So they're talking to one another. And if you as a parent it doesn't matter what situation you are. You have an emotional deficit, financial deficit. It doesn't matter where you are. You have to be a parent. You have your own personal time to cry. Every parent know about that. When they go on to bed and then whatever, you crawl into your space or you go outside in the yard because everybody might be in one room. You go outside in the yard and you find a corner and you let it out. You go in the shower and you get it out and you suck it back in and you go and face your children. You know, every one of us, whether you're a single parent, sometimes you're married, but the struggle is real. And you have to get that parent time. But when it comes to the children, you have to shift gears. And you have to know, all right, my job is to help my child move towards a better situation than I'm in right now. And we really need to do that because we don't want to impart the misery and the frustration onto the child because children are very sensitive and very aware. So they come to school now, home is frustrated, and those are the children that act out at school. Because they need to pong on somebody, and so they start fights, and they're mean with their words, and they're nasty and disrespectful because the frustration is built up inside. They're feeling the stress, mommy home, reminding them how their father not bringing nothing for her to buy for them, how hard the work is, how wicked the boss is, how everything you're offloading on these children, and so they come to school and they act it out. So it's so important that parents get into that mental place to understand my job is to protect my child. Let me, the adult, deal with whatever. And you know the children who have to be the adult in the home, you know. They come to school and they want to boss up everybody and mother everybody and tell everybody what to do because that's what they have to do at home. They are the parents at home. So I'm really trying to talk to parents this morning about getting themselves ready mentally to send these children back to school and be a parent to them while they're at school.
And, you know, unfortunately, we have to wrap up the discussion, but, you know, is there anything you want to ensure that, you know, parents remember, or even the persons who are not parents who know someone who has a kid going back to school, that they can also relay that message?
It takes a village. It still does. Even though we seem to be real selfish at this time, it takes a village. Reach out to someone for help. Your teachers are not your enemy. They are partners with you in educating your child and preparing them for the rest of the world. Communicate with them. They would love to hear from you. Our school have a lot of programs in place to help parents, even outside of school. Right? So I am just saying that please communicate with the teachers, be a part of the PTA. We are all stakeholders and we'll work together for a successful human being in our community.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Marcel.
Nice meeting.
And I just want to let parents know that if there is indeed any financial struggles that have prohibited you from being able to provide the adequate tools that your child needs to go back to school, please contact the Division of Education at the Student Support Unit and find out how they can best assist you in assisting your kids. Let's have a break and we'll be back right after this.
I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Embark on an adventure to the greatest little island on the planet. Tobago invites you to ritual, revelry, and release.
Whining in the Bago sun, having Bago fun, and Bago drinking rum. We go jump up and carry on.
From October 25th to the 27th, 2024, experience the energetic vibe, the vibrant colors, and the unforgettable spirit of the Tobago Carnival.
Down here in Tobago,
in Tobago. Whether you're tripping down the road or marveling at the beauty and creativity of our artisans, Tobago Carnival is an adventure.
I said I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait for Carnival to come. So I call all my friends, making my plans for the Tobago Carnival fun.
Join us for ritual, revelry, and release. Tobago Carnival 2024, where every moment is memorable.
I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Like this.
Don't worry, my wife will fuck it up. Make me happy whenever you come. So me be very hard, fiesta, fun.
This one is for the people and them who don't care what nobody else have to say about them.
Them not enough cash, broke what you have, what you know about.
It's too early for that.
You want the good all.
They do, but then enough 99. Girl, go the club, can't ride. Nice.
Who's the one friend can drink all the alcohol no matter what?
Put a bottle and spoon and a cup in my hand and a winding up on me man.
Dream.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116. Good morning, and thank you so much for continuing to stick with us this morning during our conversation. We move forward by chatting with Astrid Benjamin Campbell, who is the president of TEAM, T-E-A-M. And this morning we're chatting about that Tobago Day in New York. So she's a part of the team that had created that Tobago Day in New York, and we want to have this conversation as we recap a bit on all that has happened. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. Last time we had a brief conversation, you were preparing for Tobago Day. And, we were talking about, support and persons coming out. And, being a part of the expansion, especially seeing that you are celebrating 10 years next year, right?
Yes, we are.
Right. And I had a couple of friends in New York who were there at your event. And so, although I was not there, I still participated by means of WhatsApp and Instagram statuses. And so, I can attest that you indeed had a great time and a successful event. But you can tell the people for yourself.
Well, indeed, first it was very threatening with the rain, and we were a little concerned, but I guess we all had the same prayer that God would hold his hand, allow us to have a beautiful day, and then, it happened. The sun came out, it dried the place up, and people came out a little late because I guess they were still a little hesitant, should I not, and trying to monitor the weather and decide, should I get in my car and drive, But thank God, everything went well. Thank God.
All right. And did you receive the type of support that you felt like you wanted to get for this event in terms of the turnout?
The turnout was amazing. We actually tripled our number from last year. It was quite surprising because of the weather. But people came out. I mean, you know, I guess with all the hype and the excitement about the event, people was like, okay, the sun is out, I'm going, you know. So we were very, very surprised and happy at the turnout that we got for Tobago Day.
And do
Yes.
you see it growing to be maybe, as you said, it tripled in size this year? So maybe next year it's going to quadruple in size compared to this year?
Well, we really, really hope so. We actually meeting on Monday night and we are putting a team together now to start working on it, you know. Um, we did like a recap, things that we could do better, how we could improve. And those are the things that we're going to be working on now so that when the year turn around and we get into the home stretch, that will be very, very good.
Right. And by chance, was there a registry where you know, kind of were able to record how many people were there, who are they, you know, were you able to collect data at the event?
Well, not really. Some people came to the tent again because of the rain and because of the lateness. You know, people coming and they were just excited about getting booths, the vendors, getting some food, you know, and that type of thing. So we weren't able to collect the data the way we anticipated, but by directing people to our Facebook page, hopefully we'll be able to get some data from there.
All right. Because, I mean, with that, you know, you can always go back, contact these persons and find out who of the participants might be willing to actually be on that committee.
To come back.
Yeah, on the committee to help.
Yeah.
Because I remember last time you indicated that one of the issues that you guys face is that it's a very small group of you trying to hold on such a growing event. And so with the collection of the data, I'm sure a number of persons that came there were like, okay, well, you know, if they are looking for help or all hands on deck, they may be willing to volunteer. So I really thought that you would have been able to capture some volunteers from that event, you know, by getting the data to find out who wants to be a part of it. But regardless of that, there's still social media and, you know, people know people. So you can get the word out there that you guys are looking for persons to be on that organization committee for next year.
Yes, yes, we did. There are people who actually walk up to me and said, you know, I didn't know you all do this. I want to help. And we were able to get their information, you know, the people who volunteered without us asking. And then we have the people, you know, who would always say, you could do this, you could do that. So come on board, you know, come on board and help us. That way we can do better, you know, with your assistance and your guidance. So we're hoping that they will not just speak, but they will put some actions behind their words.
Right. And, you know, from what I've heard from my colleagues, it was not just a Tobago Day, it was a Caribbean Day because the St. Lucians were out, the Grenadians were out, the Guyanese were out, the Jamaicans were out. And I think that whenever people hear Caribbean music, they don't even stop to ask, what island is that? They just identify themselves as being Caribbean. So Tobago Day in New York is turning into Caribbean Day in New York because all of the islands were there representing. Tell us about that and the possibility of, you know, working along with other islands to expand the presence of the Caribbean. Well, I mean, you don't really have to expand the presence because the presence is there. Because a lot of people tell you when you go to New York, it's as if you've gone to the Caribbean. But how are you working to, you know, truly establish that cultural presence there, if so, with other islands?
Well, that is always a bit challenging because every island wants to be their culture, their own foods and type of thing. But we invite anybody who wants to come. You know, you want a Chinese tent, bring your tent. You want to do something Jamaican, bring it. So, you know, because of the identity of the island, even in Trinidad and Tobago, till they point, everybody wants to keep their own identity, but we invite anybody that wants to be a part of it to work with them.
Right.
We
And
work
maybe
with them
even
to come.
in the future, in addition to Tobago Day, there might be Caribbean Day where you guys invite all the islands to come out and showcase. So there's
That's
that
a great
unique
idea.
there's a unique identity as being a Tobagonian, but we also have a unique identity as being Caribbean. And
That's a great idea.
I would love to see it go there. That's where I would like to see it go. But I want to thank you and the team for all that you have been doing, for the excellent work,
Thank
for
you.
a successful Tobago Day 2024, for truly engaging Tobagonians in the diaspora, for allowing Tobago businesses to get the type of exposure that they truly need to upgrade their offerings. And we saw a lot of Tobago businesses present there at the market showcasing their product. It truly helps to prompt them to improve the quality of their product. When they understand that they are no longer just competing with Tobagonians, but they are competing with global brands when they are given the opportunity, to showcase on the international stage, such as being in New York. And we had a number of representatives who were present at the Tobago Day. Tell us about how that impacted the event by having, the Chief Secretary present there and a number of other representatives. Seems like we're having a bit of a connectivity
Well,
issue.
it impacts opinion and of a connection.
All right, I'm hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a disconnection there, but we will have this conversation again some other time. That team is no stranger to Tobago updates, and we have always welcomed them to come and chat and let us know all that they're doing. And as you heard there, they have already begun, but actually they're going to meet pretty soon to begin planning for 2025. So if you are interested in being one of the vendors there, or even helping them to organize that event, or you have resources that you think can help, that they can use to help improve the Tobago Day, as she indicated, don't just give your opinions. Come on board and help. Don't just criticize, but come and offer your solutions and be a part of the team to make it greater next year. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with us this morning. We had a totally interesting conversation with Miss Yolanda Marcel on preparing parents for back to school, and we just had a conversation with the team responsible for Tobago Day in New York and the success of that. So we want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and commenting, and doing all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, if you want to follow on to see all that's happening behind the scenes, follow me on all social media pages, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, as you see all that's happening. Guys, have a great day and see you soon.